The next one is a nice, easy one for Sheffield United. Away at Liverpool. And that is the Saturday night game at 8 p.m. Now, a couple of our dearly departed teams have already played Liverpool. So, there is actually some hope here. Because if we look at Liverpool's results, well, Leeds went to Anfield and they got 3 goals, okay? Look, we looked at the numbers of that game and Leeds did finish incredibly and, on another day, don't beat me up for saying it, Leeds fans, the margin could have been wider than 1 goal. We know that. Let's be honest about it. Virgil van Dijk was playing in that game and he obviously famously will not be playing in this game. And then Villa, 7-2. Look, are Liverpool going to lose 7-2 again this season? Probably not. But are Liverpool in the kind of the 3rd year of the gestation of this team? Are Liverpool going to get tired and drop intensity through various games more so this season than they have done the previous 2? Maybe. Can teams take advantage? Liverpool played in the Champions League, didn't they, at Ajax? Can you take advantage of playing Liverpool? I'm just trying to give arguments as to why Sheffield United shouldn't just think, okay, we're turning up away at the champions. Let's just play for a draw and try and keep the defeat at a minimum if it happens. So I'm trying to give some mitigating factors. So that's the argument for Liverpool. And again, I will mention the Van Dijk thing. Obviously, brilliant player for them, brilliant centre back. But we'll look at the team. We'll look at the team in a second. For Sheffield United, it's not been good this season at all. We did have some arguments in some of the games, but it's put them on the back foot now. Obviously, the red card for Egan at Villa. Maybe the David Luiz thing in 2 of the games. But let's not pile on the mitigating factors. They haven't won tight games this season. And they need to, don't they? They really, really need to. Tight game went against them against Sheffield United. We'll do the red card. Tight game went against them against Leeds, who just took it on the day. That happens, doesn't it? And in a tight game against Fulham did miss a penalty in that one as well. So, they've played home games against 2 dearly departed teams here and only picked up 1 point. So we need to see a pickup from the Blades here, don't we? That's what they did last game. Ramsdale, obviously the big miss is Jack O'Connell, isn't it? And look, they tried Ender Stevens at centre-half and then Max Lowe didn't last at wing-back. So presumably Stevens goes back and Jack Robinson comes in. Would he try Ampadu? I don't know. There is an idea if, and no offence to Jack Robinson, but there is an idea that if Wilder is trying Stevens at centre-back, that he doesn't necessarily trust that combination there with Robinson in at centre-half. But he's still got 2 of his main lieutenants in Egan and Basham there. So maybe it's just they're in a tough moment and Wilder's just trying a few things to pep it up. So, yeah, we'll see what the issue is with Lowe and how Wilder configures that Bulldog there. Right wing back. Norwood came back into the midfield with Lundstrom and Berg. Fleck still not in the team there. He's not on the bench there, so maybe he has had an injury there. McBurney and McGoldrick. Look on the bench there. Ryan Brewster has just been sold from Liverpool. So narrative ahoy. I don't know if the old curmudgeon Chris Wilder believes in romantic stories like Brewster going back to Anfield and scoring the winning goal. But people who make YouTube videos love stuff like that. So hopefully that could be something that they can play into with this tough task going to Anfield. Look, Adrian there. So it's not Alisson. Forgive me, I don't know the state of play with Alisson. And Van Dijk. Obviously they'll bring in Gomez. How severely does that weaken Liverpool? Can you play on it? And then it's just difficult because Thiago has looked very good in his opening games. And then, of course, the front 3 is just a freak show, isn't it? It's just so good. And that's the worry that, okay, you take out Van Dijk. Yeah, he may set the tone for the pressing and the standards at the back, but you're still facing Salah, Mane and Firmino, who are just brilliant, aren't they? So that's the worry. And I know this game was a tricky one for Blades last season, wasn't it? And Chris Wilder was very honest about that. Yeah, look, 11-1 Sheffield United to go to Anfield and win. Look, for fear of being predictable, look, obviously it's very, very easy for me to sit here and say I think Liverpool will win this one. But let's try and give some hope for Blades. Van Dijk isn't there. I'm not sure about Alisson, what's happening there. So they could be not fully manned up at the back. They've been more open this season. And teams that actually go and attack them probably have more chance than teams that just sit in. Look, Leeds scored 3 goals past them. Villa scored 7. So if you can turn them around when they're really pressing up high, there's a chance. You just got to remember, though, that Sheffield United is not about a quick ball into the channel and counter-attacks. It's been traditionally about building up attacks with getting 3 and 4 players over to one side of the pitch and either playing in behind with the wing-back and the centre-back, famously, or then knocking the ball back to Ollie Norwood and everyone's pushed on and then maybe a clever right-footed cross into the box or something of that. It's not been about, right, Liverpool have come onto us, hit the channel, get Brewster in, get McBurney one-on-one, or get McGoldrick in short and runners off him quickly on the counter. So maybe it played better for a team that attacks with the speed of a Leeds, or Villa did manage to play through and get Grealish 1v1 in a 10, or Barkley, or you see what I'm saying. So I'm sure Wilder will have covered that in his tactics of, look, try a few times, just turn it over really quickly when you win it. Maybe that plays into a Brewster or a Billy Sharp running off the last man. But that's the hope. Obviously, you have to play an hour and a half against Salah, Mane and Firmino. That's the thing. And we all know if they play well, doesn't matter what you do, they'll score 3 goals, 4 goals, won't they? Because they're that good. So a difficult one for me to call anything else than a Liverpool win. But get your thoughts in via the comments. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/BenjaminBloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.